Pastor Melanie Hardison.
And I'm Pastor Sally Wright.
And we want to welcome you to week 6 of Keeping Your Tank Full. This is our brief fall video series on how we can keep our tanks full mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually during this season. And during this season, we've also been talking about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, recognizing that we all have needs of different types, and sometimes we have to meet the most basic needs before we can meet the others. So as we move up on that triangle through our series this fall, right now we're on the mental and emotional needs and how that connects to relationships and the world around us. So keeping ourselves strong through that mental and emotional health. Because in this time of COVID, we've all become disoriented in a number of ways. It's kind of given us a blow, and we're trying to get ourselves reacclimated and reoriented, but we're in a time of transition and the world may not be the same again. So we're glad you've joined us for this session.
So talking about disorientation in the midst of COVID-19, it reminds me of this scene in Frozen 2. So during the stay-at-home orders of the spring, my children and I watched Frozen 2 a lot. And the sense of disorientation shows up kind of when Anna ends up singing this song about doing the next right thing. And so Elsa has gone off and Anna thinks that she's died. She hasn't, but Anna thinks she's died. And Olaf, her buddy, her pal, has just died. And Anna sings this whole song about doing the next right thing. And what she realizes is she can't fix it all. She can't fix everything. But she can get up. She can go and do the next thing that she sees as right. Which in that moment for Anna was to actually destroy the bridge that was built that shouldn't have been built. But it's this whole sense of we might not be able to fix everything, but just doing the next right thing. And so in these days of COVID, sometimes the next right thing is just getting out of bed, brushing your teeth, eating a good healthy meal, going for a walk outside. It's these really basic kind of everyday things.
Right. Yeah, and at the same time we are tending our emotions and our minds and our relationships. And I think we also have to look at the big picture to some extent also. We've got the little everyday stuff, and sometimes that's all we can do. But sometimes those things add up for the long term as well. So things like if we know we need support outside of our own abilities and our limits and the people around us, maybe we need to call and reach out for help beyond our community. That could be calling a pastor, it could be a therapist or a counselor, making an appointment, or starting a new counseling relationship if that hasn't been there already. Just to get that additional support and check in from time to time. Those are in the moment, day-to-day kind of things, but for the long haul, they have a huge impact and are so important. Likewise, folks that are on medication for any kind of mental or emotional health reasons need to kind of stay with that. And so part of that daily thing, right, is taking the meds and being consistent with that so that it can serve our bodies and our minds and hearts really well. It's so easy in our culture, I think, to try to strike out and do it on our own, be the martyr, be the, lone ranger, like I can do it myself, all this self-sufficiency.
Pull up on my bootstraps.
Exactly, which we know is a myth, right? That doesn't actually work in reality. And so knowing what our limits are, searching for that help around us, going to God in prayer, being with each other through church services online or any of the Bible studies or Zoom classes that are going on, and just having that sense of connection is so important so that we can do those daily things, but also do the big picture things for our mental and emotional health now and in the long run. So, yeah, hope that you are doing well in that regard in these days. And if things are a struggle, we're here for you, and your church family is here for you. So we want to keep that as a reminder and invite you to contact us if there's anything we can do to be of support. So with love from us as your pastors for pastoral care, and we hope to see you next week.